Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of EETV, where I was trying to bring you everything in entertainment. We are continuing our Zord series. The next Zord up is the Sabertooth Tiger Zord, Trini Kwan Zord. So let's begin. Longtime Power Ranger fans already know what the Sabertooth Tiger Zord is capable of. And if you're not familiar with, I'll give you a quick rundown. The Sabertooth Tiger Zord was quick and very agile. It was also had twin laser cannons mounted to his back, able to jump high, run very fast. It was the fastest land-capable Zord. Now, knowing that, I'm going to interject what I think the Entwistle era of Power Rangers should have when it comes to the Sabertooth Tiger Zord. And like I mentioned in my previous videos on this series, I think that each Zord should have a short, a mid, and a long range attack, just to be more versatile. And also continuing with before I get into this, continuing with the present day of the Sabertooth Tiger Zord, we can analyze that the present Sabertooth Tiger Zord is now men's Zord, Trini's daughter, and we didn't see much out of the Sabertooth Tiger Zord in Once and Always. We just saw that Billy made upgrades and it was able to be remotely piloted, but we don't know if Billy added more weapons onto the Sabertooth Tiger Zord just of yet. And I'm only using the Once and Always in the television shows as a analysis for this, not the comics. So let's get into what I would like to see, in my opinion, during the Entwistle era of Power Rangers when the reboot happens. I think that the short range weapon should be a bladed tail. The tail of the Sabertooth Tiger Zord should be a sharp blade, and it should use its agility to utilize that weapon. So I can definitely envision the Sabertooth Tiger Zord jumping up high, performing somersaults, and using the blade, hitting whatever monster or enemy that is in its way with the somersault with that blade tail. Also, it has two short range attacks, unlike the other Zords. The Sabertooth Tiger Zord can use its claws as well. So I can definitely envision seeing the Sabertooth Tiger Zord getting into the battle, performing somersaults, and then climbing onto a skyscraper and scaling the skyscraper and then somersaulting down in an attack and hitting the enemy. I think that would be cool if they added that in there. Now, the mid-range attack is definitely a homage to Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the first season, because of the laser eyes. Now, we know in the past that we only saw the laser eyes being used from the Sabertooth Tiger Zord when all of the Zords linked up into the tank mode. But I think this is a feature that definitely should be used without the Zords having to be in tank mode. They should be able to do it without being linked up. The next attack that I think that the Sabertooth Tiger Zord should be able to have is the long range attack. And the long range attack, just like I did in the last series, this is the second homage to Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, because I think that the back mounted twin laser cannon should make a comeback, and it should be there because of a surprise attack. And also along with this, the protruding saber teeth for the Sabertooth Tiger. Remember, they didn't show this in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but they showed this in Zoo Ranger when the Sabertooth Tiger Zord was near the ground, pictured here, and you can see the saber teeth now pointing upwards so they wouldn't get embedded in the ground. I think the Sabertooth teeth should be able to turn outwardly and be used as rapid fire laser cannons as well for a long range attack. That's just my opinion. I think that should happen. And I can definitely envision seeing like Trini gets into some trouble and then one of the monsters grabs the Sabertooth Tiger Zord and it can't perform its somersaults or its agility, and it has it in a bear hug, and then the Sabertooth Tiger Zord just looks directly at the enemy, and the saber teeth point outwards and then lets off a barrage of laser in the face, man. I think that would be awesome. You see, I'm getting excited about this. I think that would be definitely cool if they were able to incorporate something like that into this. Now, just like I mentioned in the past videos in this series, each Zord, and I'm including the Sabertooth Tiger Zord in this, should be able to combine in 2 to 4 Zord combos. I can definitely see, just like I mentioned before, the Sabertooth Tiger climbing buildings. And what if, and this is just a what if after the Sabertooth Tiger climbs the skyscraper and then jumps into the air, and then you have Kimberly's Zord grab it and it attaches. They fly up into the air and do a loop-de-loop, build up momentum, and then when they reach maximum velocity, Kimberly lets Trini's Zord go, and then Trini's Zord rolls up into a ball with the bladed tail, spins rapidly, and then lets it have it against the monster. I think that would be cool. And it also, I think, you know, just because if they're paying homage to the old show, you know how tight Kimberly and Trini were, and that'll be something that they use as teamwork to go about defeating monsters before they learn how to put the Megazord together. Because the reason why I'm doing this whole thing is because we need more versatility from the Zords. And also, while I'm on this, like I said in my last video, the Sabertooth Tiger in real life, before it was extinct, it was a hunter. So along with being agile and quick, I think also that the Sabertooth Tiger Zord should have some sort of camouflage with it as well, and able to, you know, release these sneak attacks on the enemy where they would sneak up and then let them have it. I think that should be in there as well. And then before I close out this video, I have to stay with the obvious. The teeth of the Sabertooth Tiger Zord should be very tough, very sharp, and Trini should be able to pilot the Sabertooth Tiger Zord and utilize the teeth as well for a close range attack. Just saying it, because obvious, it's there, you know, it should be used because it's there. And that's what I think what should happen for the Intermissile era of Power Rangers. And while going with this, after I finish doing the Tyrannosaurus Rex and then Tommy's Dragon Zord, then I'm going to come up and think of more 2 to 3 to 4 combinations of Zords that all these Zords can take place and unleash different attacks. And I'm going to redesign and use the AI art to come up what I think the new tank mode should be. And I'll give you a sneak peek for that one because I've been working on that one. Just for a sneak peek with that one, I think the tank mode should definitely make a comeback. But I also think, since if you're paying homage to the whole show, the tank mode should also have maybe an amphibious mode to go underwater for the underwater monsters when they attack in the oceans. And I also think that the Zord should be able to combine into some sort of airplane, not airplane, but jet. You know, something that's a little bit more armored than just Kimberly's Zord, since Kimberly's Zord is the only one that can fly. It should be some sort of combination that can come together with a vehicle that can fly in the air and deal major damage. And I'll be coming up with designs with that, because I have to make it in such a way where, you know, it's still agile, but then somewhat armored, so it can take on some of the enemies. But that's what I'm working on. But tell me what you think of these things I came up with the Sabertooth Tiger Zord. And I'll see you in the next one. May the power protect you. Take care, everybody.